All right, so now we'll talk about what you're not supposed to do in the flipping game, which is starting the rehab before you have the property. I've done that at least 70 or so times. You're definitely not supposed to do that. And I'll tell you, it will take you to the next house, which literally, we went from there to here, and we go from here to there. It's another flip that I did years ago, so let's do it. We're at 18 Ray Smith Road, another property that we flipped. This was a newer realtor for me. What happened here was I put the bid in, I got the house. We were supposed to close in 2 weeks. It was a cash deal. I decided, hey, let me take advantage of that. And how I would do that is I would try and get in, do the demo, and as much as I possibly could within those 2 weeks before we close, because my thinking, my Italian way was, keep the money underneath your mattress type of deal is, hey, if it was less time me fixing the house up, then I would have, less money I had to pay at closing when I sold the house. So if you look at the numbers here, you can see January 27th, 2014, I bought it for 62. 1 day later, it was on the market for sale for 129. I ended up selling it 316. So their mortgage process went through 124,900. So as you can see here, I probably put about $24,000 into this house, and you kind of see the profitability on that back in the day. And I would do this, pretty much. I would buy one a week. So when I would buy that one a week, I would take that and kind of roll that into the next property. And then my goal was, hey, every time I'd flip 2 properties, I would take the profit and buy a house cash, usually around here in Ariel too, again. And, this was kind of like my stomping ground, so I know every street, I know every area. I had the same model. So once you build that model out, the model was buy the house for around 70, put around 30, 35 into it total, and then turn around and sell that for 170. And I did that over and over and over again. And then again, listen, you don't need the money, because what are you gonna do? That's just gonna be something that's gonna pay taxes on. So take that and reinvest it in the real estate, and then build your wealth up, and then take your rental and you start to live off your rental. That's where it really starts going places. And then eventually, every 10 years, everything doubles, right? So now if you're looking at the house now, come back again, that house that I sold for peanuts is now $309,000.